So what is the chance for finding the right answer when everything in our discussion is about showing who is more wrong? I'll tell you what, we're not going to find it on social media. That's not what it's about right now. But we can do it in discussion with people who understand and who are desperate for better. Let's bring in first Israel's former special envoy for combating anti-Semitism and the delegitimization of Israel, Noa Tishby. Noa, thank you for joining us again. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Chris.
So the Hamas spokesperson putting this out now means what to you in terms of what Israel needs to be safe?
Maya Angelou said it best. When somebody tells you who they are, you believe them the first time. Hamas has in their charter the elimination of the state of Israel and killing all the Jews with all sorts of talk about Jewish trees that are calling for the Muslims to enact jihad on them. This is what they are after. I understand you trying to find a few Israelis that are saying extreme stuff as well. I resent that equation because all we need to do is look at the facts. The proof is in the pudding. Israel never started a war. Israel never broke a ceasefire. Israel has offered Palestinian state over and over and over again. The Palestinians, as a national movement, have engaged in rejectionism and engaged in slaughter. So you cannot compare these two at all. The state of Israel always wanted peace, always wanted to live in peace with its neighbors. And this is something that is very well known to the Arab world as well, in the modern Arab world, and Israel's neighbors. What happened on October 7th was Israel was attacked not by a group of terrorists. What do we think when we say Israel was attacked by terrorists? We think 5, 4, 6, 12, 19, as we were attacked on 9/11. What your viewers need to understand is that Israel was attacked by an army of 3,000 psychopaths, a battalion, a military attack. Hamas declared war on Israel, as they said that they're always going to do, and as they're continuing to say that they're going to do. So calls for ceasefire right now are absolutely uncalled for and will not happen. A ceasefire will not happen until Hamas is defeated.
Okay. Hamas is defeated. As America learned after 9/11, you can't defeat an idea by trying to take out the current population that is living it. You go from one group to the next, which just hold on a second.
We know where Hamas is, so we know where to go. We know where to find them.
Well, yes and no. We did know. We rooted it out, and then it metastasized into something else. My point is, do you have a concern that the current bombing is creating the next generation of opposition to Israel, and that there has to be a solution beyond the bombing?
There has to be a solution that weeds out that ideology. And let me tell you this, the ideology of radical Islam, which we now call the radical Nazism, Islamic ideology, is an ideology that needs to be weeded out from the world. And I'll tell you who else supports that, the moderate Arab world. So I've been hearing in the past few weeks from my contacts in the region, from the other states in the region, that there's a silent agreement that Israel should go in there and actually eliminate Hamas. This was corroborated by Dennis Ross's piece in the New York Times a few days ago, where he spoke to Arab leaders in the region, and they all told him, please have Israel do this. We need Hamas out. So much like ISIS, much like Al-Qaeda, and much like the Taliban, this ideology needs to be weeded out. But sadly, the people themselves cannot be talked into something different. They need to be eliminated. And yes, Israel and the moderate people within the Palestinian Authority needs to figure out a solution that does not allow for Hamas to run for elections, to get elected, to take over with a coup d'etat, and together the moderate forces of the region need to align against this cancer. It's a cancer that needs to be weeded out. So Israel's not just fighting a war on behalf of Israel or on behalf of the Jewish people. It's fighting a war on behalf of Western civilization and on behalf of the moderate Arab world. And sadly, they can't say it publicly, but we know exactly what they think. They hate this cancer as much as we do.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.